afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is you're watching this video. Thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I am so excited to do this video for you guys today. Guess what this video is? Two things. One, it's a 4th of July makeup inspired tutorial. Yay! 4th of July is one of my favorite holidays. Actually, they're all my favorite holidays. I love holidays. It's my thing. But it is also my 1-year anniversary YouTube post. So last year, when I decided to start my YouTube channel, my very first video was a 4th of July makeup inspired tutorial. So if you are here watching this today and you were there a year ago when I posted my first video, thank you so much. I feel like I have grown and I've improved, and although I haven't been able to keep my goal of posting 3 times a week, I didn't realize at the time how overly ambitious that was. I had so much to learn. I had no idea how long editing would take. I had no idea how long, getting content together and makeup looks and all of that, like when you're actually planning it, how hard that would be. And so it has been quite the journey for me on YouTube. My subscriber base has stuck pretty strongly to like 27 of you, 28 of you, and I so appreciate all of you. I would love to grow more in this coming year, and I look forward to it. Thank you for sticking in here with me and through all my trials and horrible videos and good videos and all of the above. There has been a little bit of everything. For those of you that just saw the title, 4th of July inspired makeup tutorial, and that's what you're here for, we're gonna get right to it. Thank you very much. It is this look that I'm wearing on my face right now. So if you like it and you want to see how to recreate it, just stay tuned and we will get right to it. Thank you. Mwah. My face is already fully primed, which includes sunscreen. Most of us will be outside on 4th of July celebrating in one fashion or another, and we have to protect our skin. So I already did all that. So let's kick it off with the makeup. To prime my eyelids, I'm going to use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I do not like this for concealing purposes. It doesn't work on my dry skin, but it works wonders as a eye primer. So we're going to use it for that. Taking my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge and pressing that into my eyelid. I'm basically just pressing that in. So I want to create a good base for my shadows, because also being that it's 4th of July, it might be a long day. You might start your day off at, 11 a.m. heading to the beach or a park or a barbecue, and you might be out until, 9 p.m. once fireworks are fully over. And I wanted to do a look that was a little bit more simple, a little bit more barbecue and less glam, because 4th of July is kind of casual, and we're either barbecuing or we're at a park or we're at the beach or we're somewhere that normally we wouldn't really go high glam. So for that reason, I am trying really hard to keep this 4th of July look a little bit more neutral, but still fun, because I'm going to go ahead and dip into a mixture of bold and whimsy. So bold is down here, whimsy is up here. So I want a very neutral but slightly warm transition shade. Transition shade is going to go from this outer part of my eye into the crease, and then I'm going to blow it out around it so that way I can create a perfect blending situation. Outer corner right here, and then I'm just going to start putting it into my crease using the pointed end of my brush. Oh, hopefully I'm not blocking what I'm doing. Right here. Now that I kind of have the placement where I want it, I'm just going to start going into twirling motions, circular motions, and just really getting that in there. Really getting the color payoff from my... Transition shade is done, and I did say this was going to be a pretty simple 4th of July look. with a little bit more focus on like the face makeup and looking like a beautiful bronze glowing goddess for summertime. When it comes to shadows, we're just going to add a little bit of pop to the lid, and that's about it. Yes. I'm going to go into my Morphe Mimosa Sunday pigment. So it's a pressed pigment. It's just kind of it's like a really light champagne color. And I'm just going to press that to my lid. This does have a bit of fallout, but I haven't done my face yet. I kind of knew that. I've worked with these pigments before. They do have a good color payoff, but they have a lot of fallout. So just FYI on the Morphe pigments in general. Add a little bit more bling to that. So I'm going to go into this Dior pigment here. It's the Dior Show Fusion Mono and the color Blazing. Right above where I put my Mimosa Sunday. As you can see, that kind of ruined the transition, so I'm going to go back and blend that out a little bit more. I'm not going to take any more product on my brush, but I am going to use the same brush that I did to put the crease shadow in, and I'm just going to blend. So I'm just going to start on the outside, then very lightly blend, and just redo that transition shade into the crease. Now I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and I'm just going to kind of press and swipe upward so I can clean up that fallout, because it's not that bad and it's a light color. It's not a dark color, so it's not that big of a deal to just blend it underneath the eyes. I'm going to take my eye pencil in Arabian Nights. This is from Trish McEvoy. It is a navy blue. So I'm going to take that and tightline with it. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm actually going to very kind of not precision like take this and I'm going to put it on my eyelash line. So right here on the top. I don't really want this strong blue eyeliner. So I'm literally just like tapping this eyeliner into the line, my eyelash line on top. This eyeliner with Trish McEvoy is very, very creamy, so you do have to work very carefully with it because it will make a mess if you're not careful with it. Once it does set, it really does not budge, but it's very creamy and easy to work with when you apply, aka messy until dry. And I know you're probably thinking, Emmy, that looks not good. We're not done yet. I'm going to go ahead and take a little smudger brush, this thing right here. This one is also a Morphe 508. Yes, I love my Morphe brushes. I am not an affiliate. I do not have a code. I have no ulterior motive. I just love my Morphe brushes. I think they've worked wonderfully for me. I have no problem with them. I don't have shedding issues that other people claim to have. I love them. So there. What I'm going to do with the smudger brush is I'm just going to press that messy line into my lashes. For the eyeliner, how I want it. It's not this crazy blue. It's very, very subtle. In fact, it's probably going to look kind of gray until people get close and then they'll realize, oh, it's blue. Okay, so now I'm going to take my gold ColourPop eyeliner, which I can't really read the name of it anymore. G-Rad, G something, or Get Rad. I believe it's called Get Paid. The name has kind of worn off. This is my favorite gold eyeliner. ColourPop, by the way, makes such good eyeliners. And I'm just going to put that on my waterline. Honestly, look at how gold that is. And the coolest part is, honey, this is going to stay all day. Like, this eyeliner does not budge. It is so good. So, and I think I'm out. Yep, it will not go up anymore. So, sadness. I'm gonna have to make a color. I'm gonna have to do ColourPop reorder soon. I'm going to pause and I'm going to do my face because you guys know how I do. I like to do kind of the beginning and set my eyeshadows and some eyeliner. And then I always do my face and then I do my finishing touches on my eyes at the end. So pause on the eyes, let's get to the face. I am horrible. I bought this during the VIB sale in November and I've never used it. So this is the Josie Maran Argan Enlightening Illuminizer. Oh my gosh, Illuminizer. This thing is really, really cool. I mean, I only tried it on my hand. So let's hope for the best, guys, because I want a very dewy, glowy looking skin finish. So I'm hoping that's what this will give me without emphasizing too much texture. So I'm actually just gonna kind of put it up here on the high points where I'm gonna highlight anyway, down the center of my nose, and I'm gonna probably put it on my forehead a little bit. I'm not loving how this looks. It's really, really thick and it's like, whew, it's a little chunky. So it's a little chunky and very thick. Just gonna tap that in. Right here. I'm just gonna tap it all over my forehead. By the way, if you have oily skin, don't do this. It's gonna look like a hot, greasy, gross mess on someone with oily skin. I have very dry skin, so illuminating it is. Well, it definitely catches the light. So that's, I suppose, the purpose of this. Oh my God, so much came out. All right, guys, this might look like a hot, hot mess, but we're just gonna roll with it. Right here, oh my God. This might be really bad, guys. Is with this pump, it's a really tight pump. Have you guys ever had that experience where something's like super, super tight? So there's no way you can do like half a pump. Like you have to press it all the way down, and then you press it all the way down and you get so much product, which is actually really annoying. Okay, now I'm gonna use my sponge because this is way too crazy. Experimenting with trying to get my skin glowy. Glowy, glowy, glowy. Moving right along, I'm going to use my It Cosmetics CC Cream 55 SPF because I do love this foundation. It has an SPF in it, which is amazing, which is why I got it for summer in the first place. Just by looking at it, thank goodness, I think it worked out. I think I look glowy and dewy and it doesn't look like weird chunky glitter that was extra sticky and weird. It worked out. So if it does stay looking like this and doesn't go too greasy or too weirdly chunky or makes the foundation break up, then I would say I really like that Josie Maran product I just tried. We shall see. I use my Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline in Neutralizer. And I am just going to conceal, conceal, conceal. I'm going to go ahead and highlight with it. So just right here down my nose, center of the forehead, right here on my chin. That's about it today. Go ahead and set this with some powder because it is summer. It's already glowing, and I did use that extra step of liquid highlighter. So I want to make sure to try to set this and also to try to avoid some creasing under my eyes. Under my eyes, I'm just going to grab a really small blush brush. I'm just going to dip it, swirl it into my Cosmetics CC But Better 55 SPF powder. And I'm just going to sweep it lightly underneath my eyes. Taking my Real Techniques blush brush here, I'm going to just go with a bigger amount and just tap it into my face. I don't want to look powdery either and defeat the purpose of all the highlighting I did. So I'm going to take my blush from MAC and I'm just going to spray myself down. I love doing that. It's probably my favorite makeup step. It feels so good. Obviously, my face is a bit wet right now, so I'm going to take a pause and just kind of chill, let that happen, let that soak in. But what I am going to do is I'm going to kind of wipe it off of my eyebrows and do my eyebrows while this settles into my skin. A bit more funziness for 4th of July. I'm going to take my ColourPop shadow in Luckfully. It is one of their Super Shock shades. And I'm just going to dip it in there with, this is an e.l.f. Professional Defining Eye Brush. Just going to take a little right here. I love these shadows so much. I'm just going to plop it on the inner corner. So instead of an inner corner highlight, it's an inner corner pop of blue. All right, you guys know I couldn't help myself. I said it wasn't going to be anything too crazy, high glam, anything weird. Kind of. Sometimes you think one thing in your brain and then you're doing it and you're like, yeah, I can't help myself. I'm sorry. So the other thing we're going to do, my Stila eye glitter in Cookie Storm. I'm just going to plop just like a little tiny bit in the center of my lid. Just like a little tiny bit. So like, you know, you open that lid and it's like a little pop. Nothing extreme. I didn't slather it on. It's very subtle, if glitter can be subtle. Like too heavy. It's very light. As you know, I can't help myself and I need to darken my eyes. I cannot leave them light. It's just not possible for me. I'm going to go back to Arabian Nights from Trish McEvoy and I'm going to put that underneath my lash line. Now back to that smudger brush that I originally smudged that upper line with. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it to the bottom. We really need some good mascara because it is a little bright and odd. Whenever you put something kind of dramatic and odd on your eyes, if you don't finish it off with mascara, it just doesn't look right. So using my L'Oreal Voluminous, I'm going to get that on my lashes. I'm going to probably do 2 to 3 layers. And let that be that. By the way, guys, if you get mascara underneath your bottom lashes, that's okay. Make sure you just let it dry. And then once it's dry, take like a dry, colorless, fluffy blending brush and then just dust it away from underneath the lash line. That's the best way to get rid of mascara. Wait till it dries and then brush it away. Now my face is fully dry and I am ready to add some bronzer and contour a little bit. My little baby hula bronzer from Benefit. I'm going to take it on that same tiny blush brush that I use to powder underneath my eyes and my normal contour areas. So underneath or along your cheekbone area. Right. Put it up the temples right here. Around my forehead. Course, underneath my jawline. Now taking a shimmery bronzer, I'm going to go into my Sundance, which is number 27 from Rimmel, this thing right here. I'm going to bronze. This is a very warm bronzer, so I'm basically using in place of blush. Just basically going where I added the hula and then just fluffing this out a little bit more. Guys, if you wanted to stop here when it comes to the makeup and then just throw on your favorite little like lip gloss, little nude or neutral lip gloss, you could do that. You know, just put on a good lip gloss. Ooh, this one is a little crazy. This gloss is actually from Forever 21. I caught it last summer, so it might be time to throw it out, but I like it. Anyway. So you could totally rock a kind of nude lip with this look because the eyes are so intense. But you could also rock a red, which if it's 4th of July, I'm probably going to be rocking a red lip because if there's any time of the year to rock an awesome red lip, it's 4th of July. All up to your style, your personal preference. I'm going to put on a red lip and some false eyelashes. You don't have to put on false eyelashes and you don't have to wear a strong lip. I just want to. Take this NYX Turned Up lipstick in Tools 06 and I'm going to put that down. Whew, whew, whew.
creamy.
I'm actually going to go right on top of it with my favorite red, which is my Sephora Liquid Lip in Red. Formula is pretty drying, so maybe it'll actually work out where it'll set the other thing underneath. This is my 4th of July look for you all. In 1 second, I'll be right back. This is the final look. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I apologize if my eyelashes are looking crazy. Honestly, I just didn't feel like putting false lashes on for reals because I need to wash my face, get some dinner plans ready, and get ready for my week. And I just didn't feel like slapping on fake lashes just to have to take them right off. So I just kind of laid them on top. So if they look funky, that is why. But I added some false lashes because this is how I would typically wear this look if I were to create it on the day of 4th of July, which I think I am going to recreate it because I do like how it turned out. If you like how it turned out and you're going to give something like this a shot, please take a picture, comment down below, send it my way. I'd love to see your creations. Again, thank you so much for celebrating my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. Thank you, thank you. And as always, remember to be kind, spread love, not hate. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye. Until the next time.